game of two halves, because this week we're going to start off with summer and end up with autumn. Now on the continent again, they had a pasting over the weekend, 175 millimetres in parts of Poland. Italy also had some very wet weather, and so too did around the Alps. And on the latest thunderstorm returns here, you can see that there's loads of storms still across eastern Spain and across much of Italy, moving in towards Greece as well. But further north, things have got a little bit drier during the course of the morning, and that's, I think, the trend into Tuesday as well. Much of Europe actually fine and dry, but those showers are going to keep going in the more central parts of the Mediterranean. Now, as I said, we're going to have a big change here. We start off with light winds, if anything, coming in from the east, from the warm continent. But as time goes on and we head in towards the latter part of the week, we get a really strong wind coming in from the Atlantic. So it obviously is going to be turning cooler and at the same time much more unsettled. But a couple of warm days to come, at least in southern areas, and then this cooler, fresher weather moves down from the north in the second half of the week. So a very different feel, I think, by Thursday, Friday, when it will be pretty unsettled. But at the moment we've got high pressure on the scene. That's going to give, I think, most of us a fine and reasonably sunny afternoon. A little bit of patchy cloud around here and there. Some thicker cloud in the northern and western Isles, the far north of Scotland, giving a little bit of rain here and there too. And it's fairly breezy in that northwestern corner, so that'll peg the temperatures down. But further south, a warm afternoon to come, 21, even 23 here in London. And then a fine night. What cloud we have will dissolve away, I think, for the most part. So for much of the country, well-broken cloud. That means to say that for northern areas, I think it's going to be a fairly chilly night. Temperatures dipping down to about 5 degrees. And with these lower temperatures in the north, that's the most likely place, I think, to find some mist and fog patches before the night's out. A little bit more breeze in the south and somewhat higher temperatures. Tomorrow, that mist and fog won't last long. It'll clear away quite readily. A fair amount of sunshine again in many parts of the country, but like today, some cloud developing under the warmth of the sun. And in these southern areas, more particularly the southwestern corner, you could find the odd shower cropping up in the afternoon, equally one or two perhaps over some northern hills. A fairly warm afternoon to come in the southeastern corner, and then when we move into Wednesday, rather more of a risk, I think, of thundery showers in the south of the country. Back now to Anna.